In the next 3 months, there seems to be a lady here who I see with dark colored hair. And what is significant of this lady here, I see three children that surround her at that time period. There's also a body of water here, which means in the next week, someone is going to take a very important trip to a long distant location here. There shows also an older woman here, kind of like light colored hair, who's very concerned about this man who has got like a lot of health issues going on, as I see at this time period too. But things are going to turn around for him in about 30 days. This shows a big acre of land. Looks like a lot of real estate here. Looks like a farm area, as I see at this time too. Okay, but a situation here that shows quite a lot of changes that's going to happen for more money and more improvements that come to this area by July. There's also a man here who's very concerned about business, who's got his mind very much set upon his work, who's got his mind very much set upon business relationships, as I see at this time too. Okay, maybe he's trying to work out one or maybe two business entities at this moment as well. But there's also a lady here who's got like a lot of issues going on with, I see in the house. She's trying to make some changes going on here in the next 60 days, 60 to 90 days. For this has been a very stressful time that she's been going through right now too, within her home and what's been happening from a family situation going on at this time too. As I look further into the crystal ball, it shows a young couple here, a man and a woman here. Looks like they're celebrating an anniversary or a one year marriage. And it seems to be things going to be better for them, but it seems to be this man has got like a lot of problems here he's got on his mind right now too. And a situation here that's been happening from work and it's been kind of weighing him down recently, as I see at this time too. Okay, there's also one lady, an older lady here, who's trying to communicate with looks like a husband here from the other side. And while she's going to hear from him very soon, looks like the name Jim appears to me, as I see at this moment also. But you got to really concentrate upon the crystal ball to give you exact information, because it's like a telephone. You put your mind and you put your vision into a crystal ball, and it relays messages back to you. There's also someone here who I see with stomach problems that's going to be healed in the next 7 days. There's also a woman here who's very concerned about a daughter. And maybe the daughter is going through college or maybe through some changes going on with education at this time too, okay? But things are going to be very successful for her in 60 days. There's also a man here, looks like he's working for a big company. Looks like he's got like a lot of things changing in his work cycle. And looks like this man is in charge. Looks like he's the head manager of this company. He's been very worried about this and he's been really trying to do his best, but he's got like a lot of problems that he's been going through in the past month or so, as I see at this time too, okay? But I go away from this area of the United States. Looks like a trip I take with two people here overseas. Looks like this is somewhere like in China or someplace like that right now too. And the trip is going to be very successful here in the next 60 days, 60 to 90 days. But there's like a lot of things happening here. There's more money showing up right now too. There's been a lady here who's had like a lot of struggles financially in the last 30 days, as I see at this time too. Looks like this is a middle-aged lady here. But because things are going to change better for her as August comes around, as I see at this time too, okay? And the crystal ball tells me that the people here who are listening to me at the sound of my voice will receive a great financial blessing coming to them before September comes around. Because there's been like a lot of things happening here. There's a house being taken away from one lady, but she's going to be able to work this out very soon. And things are going to be better for her overall, as I see at that time too. But it looks like a young lady here that's got a child, maybe 2 years old, around her right now too. But things as working out better for her. She's been very concerned over or about a relationship situation, as I see at this time too, okay? But there's good news coming for her. She's very worried about a man here who's been around her, as I see at this time too. But because this shows changes here that she's about to go into right now too. But most of all, it shows a family. It shows things turning around for her right now too. In particularly around a marriage, as I see at this time too. The crystal ball is very helpful if you take care of it and if you look closer into the images that appear in front of you. Because each image has a significant meaning. And you have to put the meanings together because they apply to the person who you're talking to. But this shows an older man here, looks like he's in his 80s. He has like a lot of problems that go on around him, as I see at this time too. And maybe he has lost a wife in the last 2 years or so ago, as I see at this time too, okay? But things as they appear here for him after summertime is going to be better for him overall. And because the crystal ball is showing me like a lot of light around him right now too. The people here who I'm talking to are the people here who are in the audience, who can hear directly my voice. I don't know who this applies to, but that's what spirits show me, and that's what I have to say. But there's also a young man, looks like he's got like a lot of paperwork. He's got like a lot of decisions coming through finances at this time too. And he's about to make a very important move in his life very soon too, into another area or into a different state. That's going to be very important to him right now too. There is a young lady here who's dealing with an addiction problem, but it's going to turn around for her. It's going to turn around for her in the next 6 weeks. She's been very upset. She has gone through like a lot of changes going on in her life recently, as I see at this time too. But things are going to be better for her overall. And that's going to happen before September comes around, as I see at that time too. But there is healing for her, as I see at this time too. The financial door is going to be opening by August. Looks like I'm talking to a young couple here. They've been very concerned about money, but the money is going to come in from an unexpected way, because she's been very concerned about with what she's having to work with, as I see at this time too. But there's also, looks like a mother here. She's very concerned about a son. And the son has been having like a lot of problems going on with health or addiction or alcohol. But he's going to get better too by the end of the year. And I see a location here that shows something like maybe up north, like New York, because I see like a lot of big tall buildings here right now too. And this is very close coming in towards the month of October. Looks like someone's going to be going towards that area very soon. And that's going to be very successful for that person, as I see them trying to make a major change. This is from the New York City area. And it looks like something going on property, something going on investments, or something going on with real estate, as I see at that time too. But they need not to worry, because it's going to turn out better for them in the next 6-7 weeks, as I see at this time too. But the crystal ball shows me a lot of colors here, a lot of light, a lot of greens, a lot of blues. And there's been a lady here who's been very worried about a man who's got health issues going on, as what I see right now too. But the health situation is going to change for him very shortly. It looks like things are going to turn out better for him right now too. But you got to clean the crystal ball. The way I clean the crystal ball is every day I'm done with the crystal ball, I run it through cold water. Some people say this is not good. Some people say that it draws energy when you put it underwater. But I like to put it underwater because it purifies the crystal ball, and I kind of put it towards the side and I let it dry off. That way it restores its energy. That should be done maybe every day or every time that you use it. Usually for a crystal ball like this, it costs about $100 at a spiritual store. I think I paid about $90 for this one here. This was maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. It's very good if you concentrate, keep on concentrating and concentrating. You can come up with like a lot of images that what you see in the crystal ball to the person you're talking directly to. It's a very helpful tool to meditate and to do bring up inspirational messages as well. That's one way of getting to know spiritualism. And it's good one way to, if you're going to help a person, to talk to a person while you gaze in a crystal ball too. That's very helpful. Well, thank you for letting me come into your home tonight, and stay tuned for tomorrow. I will have another segment upon the crystal ball. My name's John. If you'd like to get in contact with me, I'm at post office. I'm at 1048 Marion Street in Lake Helen, Florida. 1048 Marion Street in Lake Helen, Florida. And directly, my phone number is 386-473-6308. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to hear from you at any time. Thank you and have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.